Here, proud American Hat Team Ambassador and one of the voices of the 2021 National Junior High Finals Rodeo. First off, so good to be back in Des Moines, Iowa for the 2021 Finals last year. We won't talk about that, but we're glad to be looking at the forward and glad to have all of these junior high athletes back together. And somebody's going to leave here a world champion, and this week, this guy's sitting next to me. He's hoping he's one of them on Saturday when it's all said and done. But he's a busy man this week. Not only a qualifier here, but as well he is the student president for the National Junior High Association. And Daniel Wilder, Team Tennessee, joining here. Daniel, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
So busy week, I said this week. Talk about what all events you're in this week.
Well, I'm in shoot dogging, goat tying, team roping, ribbon roping, and tie down. Yep, 5.
Are you going to have time to sleep this week?
I hope so, so far.
So with a busy schedule like that, you got to have a great support system. Who all do you have here with you, taking care of horses, making sure you know your cattle? Talk about some of your team this week.
Well, I've got my parents, of course, and they're a huge help, and they support me no matter what. And my sisters, you know, Anna and Emma Kate, they're both my older sisters competing in high school, and they're always there helping me water and feed horses. They're just, you know, right there in my corner.
So having those older sisters, I'm sure both of them probably came through the National Junior High Finals Rodeo.
Yes,
what are some of the things that they've taught you outside of you know, the competition arena, practice pen, and just helping you to prepare for a week like this?
Well, we're pretty hard on each other and everything, you know. We give each other a lot of crap, but
yeah.
it all comes
That's
out.
siblings, that's to be expected, yeah.
And, you know, we put pressure on each other in the practice pen, and I think that's what prepares me for that, because if I can go out there and be fast in front of them, I can do it in.
No, you're exactly right, and I hear that a lot from, you know, rodeo contestants, guys that make the National Finals Rodeo. You know, when they're at home, you know, you hear a lot of them, especially November comes around, they'll set up their arena just like the Thomas and Mack, and they'll mentally tell themselves 10th round, gold buckle on the line. So I think those pressure situations at home, they help you get in these situations.
They really do.
So coming up through junior high rodeo, talk about some of the adversities that you had. I know we were talking earlier, 6th grade maybe was a little bit of a rough year. Talk us through that happening.
Yes, sir. So state finals coming in there, I was sitting pretty good, and in ribbon roping, I roped the calf right out the box, got off, and my horse stopped working for a minute, and the calf came towards me and wrapped the rope around my leg. And then my horse started working again, and then it got tight, and the rope was wrapped around my leg, and it just got tight and tore my growth plate. And I kept competing in the next day for finals, and I finished 4th. I was sitting in there by a good lead and still hustled, kind of hopped on one leg most of the time, but got to nationals in it.
So when you go through some of those things, you know, we often said we learn more about ourselves when life throws us a curveball. When you were sitting out on the sidelines and thinking, no, man, all my other competitors are out there tearing it up, and I'm sitting here, you know, trying to get healed back up. What kept you going? What kept you mentally sharp so that when you were physically able to go again, you were mentally ready to step back in the arena?
Probably my family. Like, they were always there for me, helping me, and they weren't pushing me too hard to go over my limits, but they were right there, just perfect.
Yeah. And talking about, I mentioned you are one of our student officers, president this year. First off, congratulations on that. Thank you for your service to the organization. And last year, obviously, a very unique year. We hope it never happens again.
Let's hope.
But in a normal year, well, first let me ask you this. What is a normal year's election process? How do you go from just a member to being a student director in a normal year?
Yeah, so nationals is the biggest thing. You know, you're out here all week campaigning on your golf cart, handing out stickers, putting up posters, just talking to the student delegates, which will vote at the end of the week. And, you know, that's just the biggest thing. The speech is a huge thing. You know, you got to have a good speech, and that's what it takes to win, you know.
So now, knowing all of that for everybody watching, what did you have to do in a COVID year?
Well, that was a lot different, you know. Zoom kind of showed up and saved the day, but we had Zoom meetings to vote, just said our speech on there, social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that, just posting on there saying you're running and you would appreciate their vote, so that's what helped us there.
Really took a lot of creativity to get those votes.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, I bet so. Well, before we let you go, first off, good luck this week. Thanks for riding under the brand of the American Hat. And, you know, one thing that we care about most of this company is, you know, not so much the hat on your head, but the man underneath it. So anybody that you want to say thank you to get you to this point before we let you go?
My parents, my sisters, just the whole family, Team Tennessee, and the NHJHR American Hat. Just all those people out there. Awesome.
That's Daniel Wilder. He is the student president for the National Junior High Finals Rodeo this week. Watch for him in 5 different contests throughout the week. Hopefully come Saturday night we can get him 5, maybe 6, an all-around world championship as well. We'll tune in to Ride, Pass, and See this week. For all of us here at American Hat Company, I'm Gary Jurgen. Remember, everybody, it's all about those positive times.